Let's talk about another brand new film. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's doing well out there. And today we're going to talk about another brandly new released film that came out on Friday, April 23rd. And that movie is Mortal Kombat. It dropped on HBO Max on Friday and in theaters on Friday. It's rated R. It's an hour and 50 minutes long. Had a budget of $50 million. And this past weekend it made 23 in America and a little over 51 worldwide. So it's off to a pretty damn good start. Now I gotta get this out of the way up front. I was never a fan of the game Mortal Kombat. And it's not that I have an opinion if it's good or bad. I think I only ever played it twice briefly and that's it. So I am not familiar with the lore or the characters all that much, to be honest up front. I never saw Paul W.S. Anderson's original film in the 90s, and I never saw Mortal Kombat Annihilation in the 90s. Now, I've seen clips from those films, and I know Annihilation was very poorly received and considered a huge dumpster fire. And from every clip I've seen, that movie definitely looks like a complete train wreck. But I've never seen those films. So I basically came into this film clean, with no preconceived notions, no expectations really. I just wanted to see a cool martial arts movie with some badass kills, and that's pretty much all I wanted, and for the most part that's what I got. Let's talk about it. This film was produced by James Wan of Saw fame, Conjuring fame, Aquaman fame, Aquaman 2 fame coming up soon. So it was in good hands with James Wan. I like James Wan as a filmmaker, and to direct this film, Simon McQuoid was brought in to direct this film, and it's pretty much a cast of people I'm not really familiar with, except for Hiro Sanada is the only one I really recognize in this film, and he plays Scorpion and Hanzo. Again, I'm not familiar with the characters, so this was a brand new experience for me. I'm not going to spoil it, so I'm going to keep it very vague and just give you my overall general thoughts of the film. I love the opening 10-minute scene. I'm not going to give anything away, although the clip is on YouTube. They kind of gave that away. They released that about a week before the film dropped. It's a really well done scene with some really good fight choreography. Some really good acting, although nobody's speaking English in that scene, and the effects of Sub-Zero, who is one of our main bad guys, is really well done in this film. And then we're introduced to Cole. He is our main lead of the film, which I know some fans of the game aren't digging that character. He's okay for me. I have no preconceived notions from the game. I don't have any expectations from the game, so his character, I didn't hate him. The acting from this character is just okay from the actor, but overall I didn't hate this character. He was just okay. And he's in this MMA fight, which is probably the worst shot fight of the whole film, because it's just quick cut really fast. You can barely tell what's going on. Now, thank goodness the director later on calmed down with the, I mean, there's still some quick cutting, don't get me wrong, but you can definitely see what's going on in those other fights. And they're pretty damn good overall, and that's basically why I watched this film. So it introduced to him and his family, and then Sub-Zero appears and is after him and these other people that were gifted with this birthmark, or, you know, kind of looks like a tattoo, but it's a birthmark, who are going to get selected for the tournament of Mortal Kombat. And basically what Mortal Kombat is as a tournament is people from different worlds, different dimensions, kind of, I guess, I'm probably not saying that right, but come together and fight. And this one other world has won the tournament so many times in a row. If they win it this time, they get to take over Earth. So the stakes are high for Earth to get its best fighters and win that tournament, defend off the other world. And basically, our cast of characters, Kano is a pretty good character. I liked his character, even though he's a complete asshole for sure. But he's kind of one of those dangerous but kind of likable assholes because of his personality, and he's totally politically incorrect, which is great. And he just doesn't give a shit. He just cares about himself, and everybody else can just screw off. And I like that character. He's an asshole for sure, and when he gets his ass kicked, it's great, but he's a fun character to have around for sure. And basically, our cast of characters have to make their way to go get trained to get ready for Mortal Kombat, and our bad guys are trying to stop them. They want to kill the good guys before the tournament, so they have an even better shot of winning and taking over control of Earth. That's pretty much the setup of this film. And the only thing I'll spoil, and I don't think this is much of a spoiler because I think it's pretty much common knowledge now, is we never get to Mortal Kombat, the tournament, in this film. This is almost like the appetizer to another film that they hope to do if this film does well. Now, It's off to a good start. So I'd say we pretty much got a good shot of getting a sequel to this film. But you never get to that Mortal Kombat tournament. So this film's called Mortal Kombat, but we don't get to the tournament yet. That's for the next film. And they do set that up. And I thought the filmmakers did a good job of setting up the world, the lore. I don't know how closely the lore is to the game, so you can leave a comment down below and let me know about what they changed and what they effed up. If you want to rant a little bit, it's fine. Again, I have no much knowledge of the games. I think I might have played them twice when I was a kid with a friend. Now, I have friends that love that game, and they enjoyed the film, but they had some problems with the main character and some other things. But for overall, it's getting a pretty positive response from people that are fans of the game, for the most part, at least people I know. And I like the callbacks. I assume you can leave a comment down below and correct me, but I'd assume there's callbacks to John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China with the guy who's in charge of where they're training. He has the hat. It's not straw hat like in John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China, but it's a metal hat, and he shoots lightning bolts, and his eyes glow. It's right out of Big Trouble in Little China, and I'm assuming that's a callback to that film, which I love that film, so I love that. Overall, without giving anything away, I enjoyed this film. Is it perfect? No. It doesn't require you to think too much. They do a good job of setting up the world. I thought they did, and what the stakes are. And again, they never get to the tournament. They kind of have an unofficial tournament of the good guys battling the bad guys at the end of the film. And the fight scenes are pretty well done. Besides the MMA fight, which I thought was poorly done, I think most of the fights are pretty well done, and they don't hold back on the gore or the blood. They definitely go for broke in that aspect. It's definitely a gory, violent film, and I had a good time with it. And honestly, that's all I wanted from this film. I wasn't expecting to think too much about it. I just thought I wanted pretty damn good special effects, which most of the special effects are pretty damn good, especially the Sub-Zero special effects. Now, there are some special effects, especially in the latter half of the film, that don't look as convincing, but from all the footage I've seen from Annihilation and the other Mortal Kombat, these effects are pretty damn good compared to there. And obviously they had a bigger budget here, but overall I was entertained. It's a decent little action film with some cool deaths. I liked some of the characters. I would come back for a sequel if they made one. I'd come back and watch it. I would watch this film again. Yeah, I had a good enough time with it. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Again, it's not the greatest action film I've ever seen. It's not even the greatest martial artist action film I've ever seen. I just had a good time with it, and at the end of it, I enjoyed myself. I didn't think too much about it after it was over, but I had a good time with it. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for Mortal Kombat. Have you watched it yet? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. If you're a fan of the game, let me know what they changed in the film, what you liked, what you didn't like, what they did with this film. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this video. I greatly would appreciate that. I'll be back next week with a review for Jean-Claude Van Damme's Universal Soldier, with Dolph Lundgren, obviously. And I might do Delta Force 1 next week and something else. I don't know, maybe Delta Force 2 or something else. But until then, I hope you're all doing well out there. I'm just going to say bye.